Number 10. Steve Ballmer. Net worth $147 billion. Steve Ballmer was born on March 24, 1956, in Detroit, Michigan. He grew up in a middle-class family where his father worked as a manager at Ford Motor Company. Steve was a bright student and went to Harvard University. It was there that he met Bill Gates, a friendship that would completely change his life. In 1980, Bill Gates asked Steve to join a small, growing company called Microsoft. Steve agreed and became the 30th employee. Steve was known for his high energy and worked very hard. He eventually became the CEO of Microsoft in 2000. He led the company for 14 years, and under his leadership, Microsoft grew bigger and bigger. In 2014, Steve retired and bought the Los Angeles Clippers basketball team for $2 billion. Today, most of his wealth still comes from his Microsoft shares because he still owns a large part of the company. Number 9. Warren Buffett. Net worth $149 billion. Warren Buffett was born on August 30, 1930, in Omaha, Nebraska. Even as a child, Warren loved money and business. At just 6 years old, he sold chewing gum door to door to make extra cash. At age 11, he bought his first stock. He purchased shares of a company for $38 each. Later, he studied at Columbia University, where he learned from the famous investor Benjamin Graham. In 1962, Warren started buying shares of a textile company called Berkshire Hathaway. He slowly turned it into a massive investment company, buying up many other businesses. Warren became known as the Oracle of Omaha because people trust his advice. His secret is simple. He buys good companies and holds them for a very long time. Despite his billions, he lives a simple life. He still resides in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. He plans to give away 99% of his wealth to charity. But at 95 years old, he still goes to work every day. Number 8. Jensen Huang. Net worth $151 billion. Jensen Huang was born on February 17, 1963, in Tainan, Taiwan. When he was young, his family moved to Thailand, and later they sent him to America for a better education. Jensen studied electrical engineering at Oregon State University and later got a master's degree from Stanford. In 1993, Jensen and two friends started NVIDIA in a Denny's restaurant. They had a big dream to build special computer chips. NVIDIA made graphics chips for video games. These chips made games look beautiful and run smoothly. For many years, NVIDIA was a successful company, but it wasn't huge. Then, everything changed. Artificial intelligence became important. NVIDIA's chips were perfect for AI. Suddenly, companies like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft needed thousands of them. The price of NVIDIA stock went up and up, making Jensen one of the richest people in the world. He is still the CEO and is known for his signature leather jacket. Number 7. Bernard Arnault and family. Net worth $193 billion. Bernard Arnault was born on March 5, 1949, in France. His father owned a construction company, and Bernard initially studied engineering to join the family business. In 1984, Bernard made a big move. He bought a failing textile company called BUFFETT because it owned the fashion brand Christian Dior. Bernard kept Dior and sold everything else. This was his first step into luxury fashion. In 1989, he took control of LVMH. Under Bernard, LVMH bought famous brands like Louis Vuitton, Moet Champagne, Hennessy Cognac, Fendi, Givenchy, and many more. Today, LVMH owns over 75 luxury brands. If you see an expensive handbag or perfume, it probably belongs to his company. Bernard is known as the Wolf in Cashmere. He is tough in business, but loves art. His 5 children also work in the family business, helping run different brands. Number 6. Mark Zuckerberg. Net worth $228 billion. Mark Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in New York. Mark loved computers from a young age, and his father taught him programming when he was just 12. In 2004, while a student at Harvard University, he created a website called The Facebook. The website let students connect with each other, and it became popular very quickly. Mark dropped out of Harvard and moved to California to focus on Facebook full-time. The site grew from millions of users to billions. Mark made smart business moves. In 2012, Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. In 2014, they bought WhatsApp for $19 billion. In 2021, Mark changed the company name to Meta because he believes the future is virtual reality. Meta now owns Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus VR. Mark still controls the company through special voting shares. Number 5. Sergey Brin, net worth $230 billion. Sergey Brin was born on August 21, 1973, in Russia. His family was Jewish, and life was hard in the Soviet Union. When Sergey was 6, his family moved to America for a better life. Sergey was very smart. He studied computer science and mathematics at the University of Maryland before going to Stanford for his PhD. At Stanford, he met Larry Page. They worked on a research project to organize all the information on the Internet. They created a search engine that ranked websites by how many other sites linked to them. They called it Google. In 1998, they started Google in a garage and dropped out of Stanford. Google became the most popular search engine in the world. Today, it is part of a bigger company called Alphabet, which owns YouTube and Android. Sergey stepped down in 2019, but still owns a large part of the company. Number 4. Larry Ellison, net worth $230 billion. Larry Ellison was born on August 17, 1944, in New York City. His mother was very young and couldn't take care of him, so his aunt and uncle adopted him. Larry grew up in Chicago. His family was not rich, but Larry was smart and ambitious. In 1977, Larry started a company called Software Development Laboratories with 2 friends. They built a database program to help companies store information. They renamed the company Oracle, and it became very popular with big corporations. Larry was a tough and competitive CEO who wanted Oracle to be number 1. He made risky bets and bought many other companies, including Sun Microsystems and NetSuite. Today, Oracle provides cloud computing services to thousands of companies. Larry loves sailing, flying planes, and buying real estate. He actually owns 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lanai. Number 3. Jeff Bezos, net worth $240 billion. Jeff Bezos was born on January 12, 1964, in New Mexico. His mother was a teenager when he was born. She later married Miguel Bezos, who adopted Jeff. Jeff was a very curious child who loved science and building things. He studied computer science at Princeton University and worked on Wall Street after graduation. In 1994, Jeff quit his job because he had a big idea. He wanted to sell books on the Internet. He started Amazon in his garage. At first, Amazon only sold books, but Jeff had a bigger vision. He wanted to sell everything. Amazon grew fast, adding music, electronics, clothes, and offering fast delivery. He focused on customer satisfaction, believing happy customers would always come back. Amazon became the biggest online store in the world and also created Amazon Web Services for cloud computing. Jeff also owns the Washington Post and a space company called Blue Origin. Number 2. Larry Page, net worth $250 billion. Larry Page was born on March 26, 1973, in Michigan. Both of his parents were computer science professors, so he grew up surrounded by technology. Larry was always interested in how things worked. He studied computer engineering at the University of Michigan and then went to Stanford for his PhD. There, he met Sergey Brin. Larry had an idea to create a better search engine by analyzing the links between websites. They worked together and launched Google in 1998 from a friend's garage, starting with $100,000 from an early investor. Larry became CEO of Google in 2011. He helped the company expand into new areas like Android phones and self-driving cars. In 2015, under his leadership, Google reorganized into Alphabet to make the company structure clearer. Larry is known for thinking big and investing in futuristic technologies like flying cars and renewable energy. Number 1. Elon Musk. Net worth, $680 billion. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in South Africa. His childhood was not easy. His parents divorced, and he was often bullied at school. Elon loved reading and taught himself programming at age 12. At 17, he moved to Canada and later attended the University of Pennsylvania in America. In 1995, he started Zip2, which he sold for $307 million. He then started X.com, which became PayPal. eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion, and Elon made $180 million. He used this money to start Tesla and SpaceX. He wanted to change the world with electric cars and make space travel cheaper. SpaceX built reusable rockets, which changed the space industry. They now launch rockets for NASA. He also owns Neuralink, The Boring Company, and X. In December 2025, his wealth reached $680 billion, making him the first person ever to cross the $600 billion mark. He works over 80 hours a week to achieve his impossible goals.